Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, here I am today. I've been meditating on my new Zodiac pendant. This is an Aquarius charm that I got. I have a similar one of these. It's smaller. It's about half this size. And I've been trying for the longest time to find a large one. And I got one recently. And I don't know if you guys can see this. It's from the 1960s. It's done in sterling silver. I just love the work. They do really fine detailed work. It's kind of hard to see here, but the background is all chased in a textured design. It's got cut away the images of the Aquarian with the water bear. It says Aquarius. It's got stars. I just love it, and it's done in pure sterling silver. As you can see, it's a 925 sterling. So anyways, I am wearing that today because it's Zodiac Monday. It's Horoscopes Monday. I'm so glad you guys are here. Well, pardon my lighting today. It's not the best lighting, but I'm having trouble getting a good place where I can get good lighting today. It is so hot. It's in the 90s here in Virginia in the U.S. We're on the East Coast, for those of you who don't know where that is. It's right outside Washington, D.C., but it's hotter than sin here. And so I've got all the lights down. I got fans on. The air is cranked up. I'm trying to stay cool. Got all the blinds closed. Anyways, but I'm glad you guys are here. And, you know, we're going to do horoscopes today. And before we get in that, I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came out to the last few days, our videos. You know, on Friday, we had UFO Friday, and we talked about fish aliens. On Saturday, we had a wonderful class. We had our spiritualism class on spiritualist teachings and a seance. And then on Sunday, we had the witching hour. So we had a lot of fun. If you were just, you've been away this week and just getting back, you got a lot to catch up on, and I hope you'll see those. I want to say thank you to all of you who came out to yesterday's video. We had such a fun time at the witching hour. So we had a little bit of technical problems. There were some sound problems, but I think we got it straightened out. So, you know, hang with the show because you'll still get a lot out of it. Anyways, I am so glad you guys are here. Well, you know, it's time to do horoscopes. And as you know, I'm traveling, so I don't have my big Zodiac wheel. But that's all right. We can electronically have a Zodiac wheel with this. Here is our big Zodiac wheel. So there you go. There's our big Zodiac wheel. We're going to spin around and see what's happening. What we're going to do, for those of you who are new here, this is something we do every Monday. I'm going to give you a psychic snapshot, an overview astrologically of what is in the stars, what's going on this week. So we're going to go through every day. Now, this video, I should say, because I always forget to tell the time here, it's for Monday, June 18th, 2018 through Sunday, June 24th, 2018. So everything in this video covers that time period. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, well, here we are. It's Monday. Today our sun is in Gemini, and I love Gemini because this is the twins. This is air power. This is communication. We got our moon in Leo today, which brings in a lot of firepower. So this is a great day for, you know, communications. However, I bet maybe I should paraphrase that and say we have a little bit of challenge today, though. Our moon is trine Uranus. Mercury is trine Jupiter, but we got Venus in opposition to Mars and Venus square Uranus. What this means today is there's a lot of energy, high power energy for communications, but be very careful that you don't let your tongue get away from you. This is not a good day for romance. Do not, and I repeat, do not mix love and business. Don't try to flirt with somebody you're doing business with. This Venus in opposition to Mars means that there's going to be conflict. If you do that, you're going to get in hot water. Now, there are definitely times in life when you end up having a business situation and it gets a little flirtatious and romantic. Well, today is not the day. Keep it to the facts. Keep it to business. Keep focused. Mercury trine Jupiter is a really powerful aspect, which means there's a lot of prosperity energy today. And so you can talk your way into a good business deal. But if you're not careful, you can talk your way out of it and get into all sorts of problems. Venus square Uranus means relationships may be a little wonky. There could be, you know, kind of irregular energy. So just be careful today, okay? Just keep it simple. Keep to facts, studies, stick with business, and you'll be through. You'll be fine. You'll get through, okay? Now, Going into Tuesday, things improve because on Tuesday, our moon is moving into Virgo. That brings in a lot of earth energy, and that's going to give a sense of grounding to everybody. So, what you don't complete today, by tomorrow on Tuesday, you'll feel like you're really making progress. Our moon is trine Saturn, which brings in wisdom. Our Mercury is trine Jupiter, which brings in blessings of communication leading towards prosperity. And our moon is trine Neptune, which means you're going to have that good inner sense. So Tuesday is a day where you're going to feel grounded. You want to be focused and visualize your goals. Trust that inner voice. Let it lead you. Okay, now going into Wednesday, we also have a lot of high power. This is a very interesting. There's a lot of extremes, like extreme, challenges in communication, then extreme success. So you're going to have to kind of roll with it this week. Now, going into Wednesday, we still have our moon in Virgo, which will keep us that grounded, focused earth energy. Our sun, however, is square the moon. What that means, you may feel on Wednesday a conflict. Do you trust the outer world or do you trust what's going on inside of you? Okay. Now, we've got our moon trine Pluto, which will help you to see the longer term picture, the bigger picture. And that will be an interior knowing. It may not be apparent in the outer world. Jupiter is trine Neptune, which again gives power to the inner voice. So with our sun squared the moon, as we said, there's going to be that conflict because you may hear one thing from people you're talking with, but interiorly you're feeling something different. Look within yourself for the answers. Trust your inner voice no matter what you're hearing in the outer world, because all the power on Wednesday is about inner voice, inner wisdom, okay? That's going to get you through Wednesday just fine, okay? Now, going into Thursday, again, we got some weird transits going on here. Luckily, our moon is moving into Libra that day, which brings in that air energy. Again, that opens up communications. A lot of talk all week long, but you got to be careful with it. Our moon is trine Mars, which again gives more inner light, inner power, that fire. You'll be excited about what you're working on. Mercury is trine Jupiter, again, conversations leading to success, prosperity, blessings. Mercury is trine Neptune, which again, power for the inner voice. And we've got Mercury, though, in opposition to Pluto. That's a challenging aspect. What it means is that there's a lot of communications, but what you're going to have to focus on Thursday is the immediate. What is right in front of you? Because with Mercury in opposition to Pluto, people are not going to be able to look further down the road. So if you're in business discussions or trying to work out a deal, people want to know right now and keep to the moment. And then later on, you'll get a chance to do longer term vision. But, channel your words. There's a lot of psychic energy with the Mercury trine Neptune. So trust that inner vision, trust that inner voice. Let that lead you, but try to keep everything focused on Thursday on the immediate, okay? Now, as we end our week and we go into Friday and towards the weekend, Friday is probably going to be our most challenging day of the week, okay? Don't let that scare you. There are ways to work around that. Okay, let me tell you what's going on. We've got our moon in Libra, which is good. That generally brings balance. That will help us avoid some of the extremes that could happen on a day like Friday. But let me tell you, we've got a whole host of blocked energies that day. Our moon is square Mercury. That's a negative aspect. That means it may be hard to feel your inner voice or express yourself. Our moon is square Pluto, which means also it's going to be hard to see your way ahead. We've got Venus again in opposition to Mars, meaning relationships could be challenging. People may be touchy and oversensitive. And we've got Mars square Jupiter, which is a negative aspect of Jupiter. Well, let me put it this way. Whenever I see Jupiter in the zodiac, it's always positive. Even in its strangeness, its negative aspects, it's still positive. What that would mean, Mars square Jupiter would mean there's power to move forward, but there could be a little delay. So you're going to have patience. And really, with all of these squares and oppositions, really, this is a day on Friday where you can probably expect delays. You probably won't see a lot of breakthroughs. But again, that moon in Libra will kind of balance us from extremes. Take it light. Probably a day where you can kind of, if you can, get out of the office early and get away from everything. When we go into Saturday, also we still have some challenges. Our moon is moving into Scorpio, which brings up a lot of deep emotions. That's the water energy. Our sun, fortunately, is trine the moon, which brings light, means the inner world and the outer world start to have illumination. However, our sun is in opposition to Saturn. Our moon is in opposition to Uranus, and Venus is in opposition to Mars. When a planet is in opposition, it's a challenging aspect. So Sun opposition to Saturn tells us there's going to be some challenges in people being wise. People may tend to be a little over emotional and not be as logical as you'd like. Our moon is opposition to Uranus. Uranus in its negative aspect brings out zaniness, craziness, extremes, okay? And Venus in opposition to Mars, again, you know that old saying, men are from Mars, women from Venus. Going to be struggles in getting along and having communication. So Saturday is really a retreat day, a day to get away from everybody. And, you know, if you do have to engage or, you know, figure out where to put your energy, focus on personal relationships. Even though there are challenges like Venus in opposition to Mars, that sun trine the moon will help you to maneuver through that. So it's really more of a day for interpersonal one-on-one. Try to avoid group events. Try to avoid big business events if you can at all on Saturday. Make it one-on-one, okay? Or if you don't have to do that, just stay solo for the day, okay? All right, now going into Saturday, into Sunday, I got my days off here. On Sunday, we've got our moon still in Scorpio, which is that water energy. We've got our sun that day in opposition to Saturn, okay? Our moon is trine Mercury. Our moon is trine Neptune. Our moon is in opposition, Mercury is in opposition to Pluto, and Venus is in opposition to Mars. What all this adds up to is that in the outer world, there are going to be challenges, okay? The sun in opposition to Saturn means wisdom and the material sense may be challenged. Our moon trine Mercury tends to indicate more inner voice wisdom rather than outer world. Our moon is also trine Neptune, again, draws in that psychic power. Mercury is in opposition to Pluto. Again, people are not going to be able to understand long-term vision. Venus in opposition to Mars, people may not connect. It may be a little awkward with relationships. Really, Sunday's best energy comes from that moon trine Neptune and moon trine Mercury. It's really a day of inner work, inner wisdom. This would be the day of spiritual retreat, work on spiritual knowledge. Good day for studies, you know, particularly if you want to study astrology or spiritualism or Wicca. You know, do your spiritual work on Sunday. Stay out of the business world. Stay out of trying to be on the social scene. Not good for most people, okay? So there we go. There's a little psychic snapshot of what's coming for this upcoming week. And again, that's for Monday, June the 18th through Sunday, June the 24th. Now, we're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel again, and we're going to have horoscopes. And we're going to cover all 12 zodiac signs. So if you're somebody and you're saying, well, Psychic Bob, I don't know what sign I am. I don't understand this. Just listen up. I'm going to give the birth dates after each sign, okay? And if you're somebody who's a cusp baby, maybe like you say, well, you know, in one astrologer's thing, I'm a Taurus, and in yours, I'm a Gemini. I'm on the edge, and it depends which one I am. Well, listen, you get to listen to 2 horoscopes. And so take knowledge. Don't let them being a cusp upset you. I know a lot of people tell me, I hate being a cusp. I don't want to be a cusp. Cusp just means you get twice the amount of help each week, okay? So let it work for you. All right, well, we're going to spin around our big wheel. I got to get some water here. My voice is going. I was down at the beach this morning. My God, it was so hot. I was actually thinking about doing horoscopes at the beach. Too many crowds, too much noise, and just too hot. So I came home. But don't worry, we'll be going back to the beach. All right, so here we go. By the way, I just want to also add before I get into this. Sometimes people write and they say, Psychic Bob, where do you get your horoscopes from? What are you reading? Is it from another site? No, I do not get my horoscopes from any other astrologer. I study the transits, and I put these together myself. So they are unique to me. They are my creation and unique to Spirit Channel. You won't get them at any other site. All right, our first sign today on our big zodiac wheel is Aries. And Aries falls in March 21st through April 19th. You know, Aries, you have the vision this week. You can see through obstacles. You can see the path ahead. You got to really listen to that inner wisdom, listen to your knowledge, listen to your past experience, and listen to the spirit world. Aries are going to be the ones who have the answers. When everybody else says, we don't know what to do, Aries is going to be the one. Aries, particularly in the work area this week, feel confident in speaking your mind and stepping up to the plate. People will receive you, and you'll have a good rapport, okay? In the area of relationships this week, Aries, also, try to listen to your partner, understand their view. You're going to really see where they're coming from, and you're going to be able to kind of address that and find harmony and balance in relationships this week, okay? Also highlighted for Aries this week are issues connected to home renovation. So if you've been wanting to, remodel a house, maybe paint it, new furniture, new carpet, something like that, go ahead and be open to that. Your key word this week, Aries, is clarity. All right, our next sign is Taurus, April 20th through May 20th. Taurus, you are very much the leader this week. You're going to find like that you get a lot done with little effort. This is a week where Taurus, it's almost like you think it and it manifests. So you are in manifestation mode. You are in success mode. Tauruses this week are going to find that in the work area that they're just sailing through their projects and that they have a clear vision. People around you, Taurus, may not have that clear vision, but trust your vision and ignore them. Keep doing what you want to do. In the area of personal relationships as well, Taurus, you're going to feel that, you're able to kind of be on the same page with your partner or potential partner. And for you single Tauruses, this is a great week to think about relationship goals and step up to the plate and get a new beginning when you're ready. You're definitely ready to go forward. Also highlighted for Tauruses this week are issues connected to writing. So if you've been wanting to write a book or write some music or poetry, pick up your pen and start creating. Your key word this week, Taurus, is goals. Focus on those goals. You're going to rock it. All right, our next sign is Gemini, and that's May 21st through June 20th. I tell you, Geminis, I'm hanging out with you this week. Geminis are in a prosperity place right now. A lot of money is starting to flow around Geminis. And Geminis, this week in work, you can feel very confident about your plans and your goals. For those of you Geminis are looking for new career focus, this is a very good time because prosperity is yours. A lot of that Jupiter energy this week is really working with Geminis. As you know, our sun is in Gemini, and that Jupiter aspect bringing extra power to you Geminis right now. So definitely be open to growth opportunities. Good time for Geminis who've been wanting to start a business, to explore opportunities in business development. In the area of relationships, also Gemini, you are having a lot of luck in love. And if you're a single Gemini, I'm telling you, this week is the week to really be out there and be seen. You're going to draw people to you. For those of you in relationships, Gemini, it's like it's all new again. So there's a lot of positive energy for love and romance and money. So you got the whole kit and caboodle, as they say. Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to occultism. So if you've been wanting to study magic or spirit communication, be open to that. Your key word this week, Gemini, is abundance. Our next sign is Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. Cancers, you are, of all the people, are the most mystical of the Zodiac this week. Cancers are, it's like they're walking right through the veil into the spirit world. And Cancers, this week you're really going to feel like you're between worlds. Don't let that unsettle you. Let that be a tool for transformation. Let it be a tool for blessing. If you're a Cancer and you've been saying, I feel like I'm ready for change, but I don't know the way, use psychic means to attain that answer. You might want to see a medium or maybe read tarot cards or consult the Ouija board. You're going to find that your answers are channeled literally through the spirit world right now. It'll be challenging for Cancers if you try to go to mundane people, people that are not spiritual oriented for answers, they won't have it. So you want to draw off the powerful, mystical, psychic energies that are around you this week. In the area of relationships, Cancer, you're also going to find that this week that you just know what people want or need or how they're feeling. You're going to have a lot of empathic abilities going on this week, and so trust that, honor it, and use it to your advantage to kind of bridge the gap with people maybe there have been challenges with. And people are going to say, wow, it's almost if you really know how I feel. And the truth is, Cancer, you do know how they feel because you're tuned in. Okay. Also highlighted for Cancers this week are issues connected to music and music appreciation. So it's a good time to, maybe pick up an instrument and channel a song, or even go to a concert and just feel the energy from the stage. Your key word this week, Cancer, is psychic. I'm going to hang out with the Cancers. They're more psychic than me this week, I'm telling you. All right, Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. Leos, this week for you brings out your inner artist. Leos are going to have kind of like almost an explosion of the mind and soul. It's like you may wake up and decide to kind of repaint your entire house. Or you may decide, you know what, I'm going to go in and empty out my desk at work and start a whole new way of working. Leos, this week is all about being open to new ideas. It's about being open to innovation. It's about honoring your inner artist, your inner creative process. You're going to find in work that for those of you Leos that are really feeling bored with life and work, that you may have an opportunity to kind of take a new focus on your work, or even do a transfer or transition to a new position that will bring you a lot more joy. Leos are in transition, particularly in the work area right now. In the area of relationships, Leo, also, you want to really pay attention this week to kind of not falling into ruts. If you're like dating somebody and it's like, it's Friday night, we go to the movies, every Friday we go to the movies, change up your routine, do something different, take your partner on a different sort of date. Don't take them to the movies, take them to, play miniature golf or something, but change up your routine. Leo, right now you want to be open to transition, to change to new ways of looking at things, and this is going to bring a lot of creative energy into your life. Also highlighted for Leos this week are issues connected to travel. So it's a good time to follow your inner muse and go see where it takes you, You might want to explore a historic site or a far-flung corner of the world. Your key word this week, Leo, is creativity. All right, there you go. Our next sign is Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgos, I hate to tell you, this week for you may be a little challenging. Don't let that dishearten you. The secret is to have patience, and what you're going to find is that by being slow to react, by sitting back, being observant, you'll get the edge over everybody, okay? Now, people may think that they have the upper edge over you. You may be surrounded by people who they're all full of themselves, they're all in the know, or so they think. But Virgo, your power this week comes from sitting back and being the silent observer. And take mental notes, because that's going to give you the key when it's your time to speak, to step in your power and be awesome, okay? In the area of relationships also, Virgo, this week, you may be a little challenged because your partner may be, or potential partner, may be a little oversensitive and they may not get you. This may be a week where Virgos are going to have to take a little break from too much interpersonal action and just focus on themselves, okay? Now, that doesn't mean you can't have love in your life, but it means understand that you may be more grounded than your partner, and that could be a challenge. Not to worry, that's not long term, but it is this week, okay? Also highlighted for Virgos this week are energies connected to computers or computing. So if you've been wanting to get a new computer or practice programming, learn to write code, good time for Virgos to do that. Because you're so attention to detail oriented, you guys would be great programmers. Your key word this week, Virgo, is patience. All right, have some patience. You'll get through. Our next sign on our big zodiac wheel is Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Libras, I'm telling you, you are the king of the zodiac this week. Libras are walking at the height of their power. You know, the moon is in your sign this week, and I'm telling you, it's really giving you a lot of powerful blessing. Libras will find, particularly in the work area this week, that they are the boss. They got everything going. People are saying, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And they're looking to you. You're in charge. Enjoy the power. Let it work for you. For those of you who are Libras who run your own businesses, this is a very good week for marketing and promotion and getting out there and being seen. People are drawn to your light. You have definitely a lot of leadership this week. In the area of personal relationships also, Libra, this is a wonderful week, particularly for you to kind of build friendships. You know, there's an old saying, win friends and influence people. And that's kind of where Libras are this week. They're drawing a lot of people to themselves, and they're having a lot of influence. So relish in it, enjoy it. How often do we get to be popular and love it and relish it? So have fun with that this week. Also highlighted for Libras this week are issues connected to business development. And interesting, yeah, business development. So, you know, if you're thinking about building a business or starting a business, excellent time for that. Be open to taking that power and molding something that will be long-lasting and bring prosperity. Your key word this week, Libra, is power. They got the power. Libra power. All right. Our next sign on our zodiac wheel, Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. You know, Scorpio, this week what you're going to find is that you may not always be right. Be very careful in the work area this week that you don't get too gregarious and overstep your bounds. What you want to focus on this week, Scorpio, is speaking truth, but not just truth, speak from the heart. And you may find that in some instances people are going to go against you, or you may not be in the in crowd. But people will find that your truth and your honesty and your sincerity win out over a lot of hype. So don't buy into everybody else's hype. You stay true to yourself, your goals, your ideals, and you're going to rock it this week. This also is going to apply for you Scorpios in personal relationships, because the energy around you this week is very much about speaking from the heart, okay? Don't try to impress, just be honest, you know? Don't tell people how great and wonderful and powerful and wealthy you are. Just say, I do the best I can. That simple sincerity and honesty is going to take you farther than bragging and showing off. So keep it simple, keep it honest, keep it real. That's the word I want to say. Keep it real. All right? Scorpios, you're going to rock it. Also highlighted for Scorpios this week are issues connected to spiritual retreats. So it's a good time to work on that soul. Get away, go to a Zen monastery. Your key word this week, Scorpio, is sincerity. All right, be sincere. All right, our next sign is Sagittarius, November 22nd through December 21st. You know, Sagittarius, right now there's a lot of this Uranian and Martian influence throughout the whole week. Sagittarius will find that they have the greatest success, particularly in work, of getting into a routine and just sticking to it. For Sagittarius this week, it's not the week to be all creative and wild, because you're going to find that a lot of people around you are not in sync with what your plans are. So the best way to get through is have a simple routine and stick to it. Just repeat it day after day after day through this whole week. What you're going to find is that it keeps you out of the fray of the drama, because people around Sagittarius are going to be like waves, like this rolling up and down. You just stay your course and ignore all of that, and you're going to have success. In the area of personal relationships also, Sagittarius, this is not the week to kind of change up your life. Keep to the same old routine. Your partner will feel trustworthy and balanced with you being on the same page. For those of you who are single Sagittarius looking for a romance, Also, try if you're going on dates this week, just keep it very simple. Don't try to do a big elaborate preparation. The energy around Sagittarius is very minimalist, very simple. So think of it that way, okay? Rather than doing a 6-hour date where you take your new partner, ballooning and skydiving, scuba diving, just take them to a dinner, walk in the park, and call it a night. Simple will win for you this week. Your key word this week, Sagittarius, is routine. Just stick to the routine. All right, our next sign, Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Capricorn, you are very similar to the Libras this week and also to the Geminis. You have a lot of that prosperity energy going. Capricorns are in sync with all that Jupiter energy. And Capricorns, you are the natural leaders of the Zodiac. And this week, you're going to find that you're at the right place at the right time. Capricorn should very much this week be open to, last-minute transitions. So, for example, if you're a Capricorn and you're at work and your boss says, oh, do you think you could jump in and cover me for this meeting? At the last minute, you have 5 minutes, didn't have any time to prepare. Don't say no. Just say okay. Because you're going to find, Capricorn, that just going with whatever pops up puts you in the right place at the right time. And boy, will you be thankful because success is yours. Same thing for you guys in personal relationships. If you're going out with somebody and they say, oh, I can't go out on Tuesday. Can we go on Thursday? Don't say, well, I really had hoped to go on Tuesday. Say, hey, whatever. It's cool. Let's go with it. You're going to find that flexibility, again, puts you at the right place at the right time in the right energy sphere. And so success is going to come to Capricorns this week. Prosperity, financial success, as well as personal success. So it's a week for winning for Capricorns. Also highlighted for Capricorns this week are issues connected to long-term investments. So be open to investments, stocks, bonds. Might want to talk to a broker, an investment advisor. But remember, you're at the right place at the right time. So if your deal sounds good, you might want to jump in on it. Lead to success. Your key word this week, Capricorn, is blessings. You're going to receive a lot of blessings. All right, our next sign, Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. Aquarius, sometimes, and this is a fault. I'm an Aquarius. So I'm speaking to myself here. Sometimes we're guilty. We get up into our head and we think about stuff and then we never act on it. This is an Aquarian trait. We get very mental and sometimes we have to get grounded down. Aquarius, you want to focus this week on what's in front of you. Don't worry about 10 years, 5 years. What's now, okay? Does the dog need to be fed? If the dog needs to be fed, forget your philosophy. Just feed the dog, okay? So Aquarians are going to find that this week is all about being present in the moment, being present with now. And what you're going to find, Aquarius, particularly those of you who are working in the work area, by doing what's right now, it's like you're in step with everybody. And everybody thinks, wow, that Aquarian is really fast-paced. And really, it's not an issue of having to work harder. It's just being aware of the energy that's present. And if you work with that, people will perceive you as like really ahead of your game. So you get a chance this week to gain power points by simply remembering to be in the moment. And as I said, for Aquarians, sometimes that's a little hard because we're very much, looking 10,000 years ahead and where society's going. But be in the moment and you're going to succeed. In personal relationships also, Aquarius, this is very important right now. Also be very present for your partner. Be open to communications. Sometimes Aquarians are so in their head, people talk to them and don't even know what's been said. And it's not that Aquarians want to ignore people or be, arrogant. It's just the process of the mind of an Aquarius. They have a lot of air energy. So did I just say Aquarians are airheads? That's what it sounds. Well, maybe we are. But I say that in a good way. But, be focused in now. Really try to, rather than guess the next step, of course, just see what's happening in the moment. And you'll find in your personal relationships, if you just sit down and listen to the moment, don't try to rush ahead or figure it out, you're going to be of the greatest help to those around you. Also highlighted for Aquarius this week are issues connected to occult studies. So Aquarius, this is a good time for you to explore the Ouija board or crystal ball scrying, anything mystical, astrology. So jump into that and, Let that bring you some added wisdom and insight. Your key word this week, Aquarius, is now. No surprise, now. No procrastination. Do it now. All right. Our next sign on our wheel is Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. Pisces, right now, it's not about hitting the goals. It's about the experience of getting to the goals. Pisces will find in work that the outcome is not so important as how you are getting there. This is a great week for Pisces to show their ability to be team players. Pisces will find that by working with people and not trying to rush ahead, that they're going to find that they build good, solid rapport with people. This is going to translate to long-term job security and prosperity. So for those of you who are Pisces who are working, just be part of the team. Don't try to swim ahead. Pisces, they love to be in the ocean by themselves. But this week you're going to be in the school of fish, Pisces, and just go with that school as it swims around, okay? You're also going to find in the area of personal relationships that people are going to want to tell you their life story. You may find for those of you starting into new relationships that your partner wants to ask you about yourself. Tell me about this. Tell me about that. Be open to sharing your life experience because it's going to help people understand you and it's going to give them a lot of trust in you. So right now, Pisces, you're about building communication with others and building trust. Be open to sharing your journey. Be open to being present, and you're going to rock it. Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues connected to writing and publishing. So if you've been wanting to write a book and get it out there, be open to that. You got a lot of support for that. Your keyword this week, Pisces, is journey. Focus on the journey. You're going to rock it. Oh my gosh, guys, I tell you, I don't know where the time goes. I just blink. Listen, I have to say it. I say it every week. When you find yourself in a time of challenge, never give in to despair. Just pause and look to the stars. The stars above us are always spinning and moving. The Zodiac wheel is spinning. And what that means that each day brings a new blessing and a new opportunity. As the planets align, you get a gift of power. So you're never without help. The stars don't control us nor compel us, but they are gentle friends, gentle guides along the way of our journey. So keep faith, hope, and love. There's the heart symbol. Love in your heart, and you're sure to succeed. Guys, listen, thank you for being here. I love you. Listen, if you want to get on my schedule for a private reading, I still have a few openings this week. Call my office, 571-483-2112. We'll get you on the schedule. Or you can write to me at readings@robert-ekman.com. My email and phone number links will be in the info box below this video, so definitely check those out. And listen, I really need your help. I hope you'll explore my website, robert-ekman.com. Pick up copies of my books. I have wonderful books over there, great summer reading, and you can check that out in my bookstore. So whether you get a reading from me, buy a book, help me out in some way. And if you really want to help me right now, for those of you who have to focus on now, give me a thumbs up on this video. Like it, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. We'd love you to be here. Well, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I love you. Thank you for being here. Listen, make sure to check out my videos from the last few days of the weekend if you haven't seen it. And make sure, please, like this video, thumbs up, and share it with your friends. Add to your favorites. You guys rock. I love you. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Tuesday. Oh, yes, messages from the spirit world. That's right. We're going to do mini psychic readings. Put your questions in the info box below this video if you want to. Or you can also write to me at my website, my official email, readings@robert-ekman.com. All that link will be below. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, may you always blessed be.